Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, what I wanted to talk a little bit about was why I am buying myself flowers every week. And I have a very, very funny story about like the first time I did it and how I was all in my feelings. So for starters, at the very beginning of the year, I don't remember if I talked about it here on YouTube, but I definitely talked about it on social media, and I also wrote about it on my blog, JenellBStewart.com. But I shared that I wanted to start doing more to take care of me. I wanted to do more self-care, and of course my mental health and my physical health are very, very important. And I realized at the end of the year when I started to create some of my New Year's goals for myself that I didn't do as well as I planned when it came to taking care of me. And not that it was like I did bad, like I didn't take care of me at all. No, I was getting in the gym, I was staying fit. My family's vegan journey has been a great transition, and I've been growing as a person, you know, throughout the years. But one thing that I noticed was that I really wasn't doing enough little things for me that I could really say I was taking care of myself in a small way often. And so I just wanted to make that even better. I wanted to do better at taking care of myself than I did in 2017. So I talked about a monthly reboot where I would do something monthly that would make me feel better. And then I started coming up with what I would do for myself to take care of me and show myself self-love. So a few things really quickly that I started doing was getting my nails done at a salon, making sure my pedicures were good, doing my waxes, and so on. And I'll talk about that in another video where I talk about all the new things I'm doing to love myself. But about 9 weeks ago from today's May 7th, I decided I want to buy myself flowers. Now, the way that it came about, and this is where the story gets really funny. Growing up, I didn't really like flowers. You know, like guys always, you know, like to get women flowers, girls flowers or whatever, and I wasn't really about that. Like, I was the type of girl who was like, take me out, take me shopping, buy my hair, do my nails. Like, that was the kind of stuff that I wanted the guys that I was dating to do for me. And if you bought me flowers, I would be thinking about like, the flowers are gonna die in like a week. Why are you buying me something that's gonna die, that's not gonna even last? And I understand what flowers represent. It's not that I didn't, it's just I didn't like it. Like, some women really want jewelry. And honestly, that's not me. I could care less if a guy buys me jewelry because I don't wear a lot of jewelry. When it comes to my hands, prior to getting married, probably as a teenager would wear a lot of gold rings. As a young teenager, like 13, 14, I remember being in like middle school and I would wear a lot of gold rings. I had like my name ring, I had the double heart ring. I grew up in Staten Island, New York. I was ghetto. I grew up in the hood. I loved me like a whole bunch of rings. And I even had like my name in my earrings. I had my name on my chain. And that was like the extent of it. I didn't need anybody to buy me any jewelry because I had the jewelry that I loved. It wouldn't fit into like my style if someone had bought me jewelry. It just wasn't really a big thing for me. When I wasn't in the jewelry phase, like in high school, I kind of got out of that. Gold rings, bamboo earrings with the name in it, and like the, you know, the name plate on your chain. When I got out of that, I just stopped really wearing jewelry altogether as it came to like rings. I would wear costume jewelry like what I'm wearing today. I love costume jewelry. I loved like chandelier earrings. That was my thing back in the day. But it wasn't jewelry for me, and it definitely wasn't flowers, okay? So here I am, 20 years later, and I like getting flowers now. My husband has bought me flowers, but he knows the old me not really caring about flowers, so I think that kind of like taints him into how he treats the new me now, because we've been dating since I was like 19 years old. So it's like, okay, now she wants flowers. He gets them on special occasions, but it's not like an all the time thing. And to be completely honest with you, I don't know if most men would just buy women flowers like every single week or when the flowers die. I don't know that that's what men do. I don't know any men that do that. Not saying they don't. I just don't know any men that do that. So why I expect my husband to buy me flowers every week without telling him that I want that, beyond me. Like, that's really, really crazy. But there was a day where I was on my cycle, and I remember going into CVS and I saw roses. They had some white and red roses together, and I thought they looked so beautiful. And I was like, I want these roses. So I bought these roses, I brought them home, cut their stems, put them in a nice vase, and I loved them. And my kids came home and they were like,
"Ooh, Mommy, your flowers are beautiful. Daddy, you bought Mommy flowers?"
And that set me off. Like, don't be giving him credit for my flowers that I bought for myself. I was like, no, he didn't. I bought my own flowers. And my son was like,
"Why did you buy yourself flowers?"
And I didn't even realize at this point that we had made him feel, you know, the things you do, your children watch and they internalize and they understand our roles in our marriage and our relationships and in society. So my son has equated his dad getting me flowers, so me getting myself flowers doesn't really make sense to him. Like, why would you do that? And I had to think about it because I was like, I just wanted them. I really just wanted them. And I loved having the flowers around. I loved watching the roses bloom and get bigger and bigger, and some of the petals fell off, but for the most part, the roses do stay intact when they die. I loved having them around. And so after that, when the roses died, it may have been a week or a little bit under 2 weeks later, I was in Target and Target had tulips. And they were so beautiful. They were so pretty. So I picked up some tulips, some purple tulips, and I loved them as well. And the kids loved them, and my husband loved them. Everyone loved having the flowers around. And I just realized, you know, I'm gonna buy myself flowers. I don't need for it to be my birthday or Mother's Day or anything special to be going on where I feel like I'm celebrating that thing. And so I'm using flowers as a way to show a token of appreciation. I'm just gonna buy myself flowers. So since then, I've been buying myself flowers. And I remember that was in March because it was like a little bit after coming back from Aruba, if I'm not mistaken. And then now it's May. So March, April, May, I've been buying my flowers every week to 2 weeks, depending on how long it takes my flowers to die. Roses are obviously very, very easy to find. One time when my flowers were dead and I like dumped them and took the vase out of the living room area, my husband and my children were out. They went to CVS and my son saw flowers and he wanted to buy flowers for me. And so I thought it was really cute because he knows I'm buying flowers for myself. So now he's like, oh, I want to buy flowers for Mommy. And he bought me a bouquet. It wasn't the best type of flowers. They were dyed all rainbow colors, but it was definitely the thought that counts in that situation. And that was like the one time that I didn't buy them for myself. My favorites so far have been obviously roses. I got lilies recently and they were so pretty. I love lilies. They actually lasted a while. They're still in my living room now, but the petals are definitely falling off. Soon it will be petalless. I love the tulips. The tulips don't last long. However, they're so, so pretty. I bought tulips twice, roses twice. My son bought me flowers once, and now I have lilies. So I pretty much just go to the local store or sometimes I just see them and then it reminds me, oh, I need flowers. And then I also intentionally go and seek out the flowers as well. Like I went to Stop and Shop and that's where I saw the lilies and I said, oh, I love lilies. And so I picked up lilies. But overall, I hope from this storytelling that I'm telling you right now that you are thinking about different ways you can show yourself love. I've been sharing on Instagram every time I buy my flowers, and I'm letting the women who follow me know that I've been buying myself flowers for this amount of weeks. Do you buy yourself flowers? And they've been sharing with me if they do, and most of them don't. And they're really inspired by me doing this to now do it for themselves. Even if you don't buy yourself flowers every single week or as soon as the flowers die, it doesn't matter. Even if you bought yourself flowers once a month or every other month, the idea that you're buying flowers for you is essentially the goal here, is that you're doing something for yourself to love yourself. And that's my message. I want us all to love ourselves and to live our best lives. And what better way than showing yourself appreciation for you by getting yourself some flowers? So I'm gonna charge you now with a task. If you are someone who does not buy yourself flowers ever at all, I want you to just go out and buy yourself flowers. And this is even if you're the type of woman who, like me, back in the day didn't like flowers at all. I just want you to do it for yourself this one time. It may not be something you want to keep up because you don't really care for flowers, you don't really like them, but maybe it might change you. Maybe it might change you and you start liking them. And if it doesn't, that's okay. But I'm charging you with this once. Just go out and get yourself flowers, not because it's Mother's Day, not because it's your birthday, not because it's your graduation. Just go get yourself flowers because you love yourself. Just do it. Leave a comment below. When you do, let me know. And for those of you who already buy yourself flowers, I want you to leave the little flower emoji in the comments. and share with me what are some of the favorite flowers that you get for yourself when you buy them, because I am open to getting something other than tulips, roses, and lilies, honey. I want to get more. Let me know what else you get yourself when you do get yourself flowers, and what are some of your favorites. Thank you so much for watching. If you got to this point, I really appreciate you, and I would love for you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Join us, join me. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Share this video with others to encourage them to start buying flowers for themselves. And as always, I love you for watching. Bye.